Krystyna Pyszkova.
Hi everyone!
Hi! Beautiful! Beautiful!
Alright. So Krystyna, maybe you can introduce yourself to them with what we talked about in Filipino.
Hi everyone! My name is Krystyna Pyszkova and I'm Miss World Czech Republic 2022. Also, I'm a contestant for the next edition of the Miss World 2023. Mabuhay! Ako si Krystyna mula sa the Czech Republic. Salamat!
Okay. Alright. So Krystyna is here for just a few days in preparation for Miss World. And so Krystyna, I would like to ask, so before arriving here in the Philippines, where were you?
So before arriving to Philippines, I was in many countries because besides my queen journey, I'm a model and I'm a student. So I was working in Switzerland and Italy. Right now I started working with a new brand, Guess. So I had a lot of photo shoots and I decided that it would be nice to come here to Asia. I went to Thailand and now I'm here in the beautiful Philippines, preparing as much as I can for my journey to the crowned Miss World.
Alright. So before we start, maybe you guys already have some questions. I would like to ask Krystyna, so what do you love about the Philippines so far?
I need to say that what really touched my heart is the people, and I need to say that people here are very welcoming, very warm. They have a big heart, and I really appreciate it because it makes me feel like I'm at home here. And I need to say that my stay here so far was very nice, very amazing, and I hope I can. I hope I don't need to leave this country because I also know that you have very beautiful nature, so I would love to travel everything, also the islands, because I know you have over 7,000 islands, and just to enjoy the country a little bit more.
Alright. So maybe we can entertain our first question. So who would like to ask? Maybe you can say your name, from which page you are from, and then the question. Can you raise your hand? Who would like? Yes.
Hi, Krystyna,
Hi.
you're so beautiful.
Salamat.
I'm Ashwin Pageantology 101. So can you tell us more about your childhood and your hometown, Trinec?
Yes, that's correct. So I need to say I grew up in a little city in the Czech Republic. Actually, it's near Polish and Slovakian borders, and it's around 35,000 people. It's surrounded by beautiful mountains, so since I was a little girl, I love to go hiking, I love to go with my family, friends, my dog, and just enjoy the time outside. And also it created who I am because I love to be outside with animals. I love horse riding. I really spend a lot of time with them, and since I was a little girl, I never thought that I would become a beauty queen because when I was young, I was not that confident. I was very tall, I was skinny, so sometimes they called me giraffe or even a skeleton. So I would never have in mind that I'm gonna become a beauty queen. And I started as a model. I was doing the modeling for a few years, but after that I realized that I want to be something more than just a beautiful appearance, and that's why I decided to join the pageants. Because what I love the most about it, that they care who are you, not only on the outside, but also on the inside. And they care about what you want to do, what are your social projects, and who you want to become. So that's why I joined the Miss Czech Republic pageant in the year 2022. And I'm so lucky that I became a Miss World. And during my journey, I need to say that also beside that I'm a law student, I'm a business student. And several years ago, I joined a foundation in Tanzania, much before I became a beauty queen. So it's my passion for a very long time, and I'm happy that I can use this platform to even make it to a bigger scale. So that's pretty
All right.
Who's your favorite Miss World winner?
That's a very good question. I need to say I have more. One of my favorites is Catriona, and that's also associated with my childhood because when I was a little girl, I was working with my mom in the Czech Republic, and she's the only one from our country who was able to become the Miss World. So I always look up to her, and actually she was the one who crowned me in the year 2022 as the new queen, so it was like a dream come true. And yeah, so I would say it's mainly her.
Thank you. So beautiful.
Thank you.
Next question. Adam.
Thank you. Actually, that's a funny story. I arrived to the airport and everyone was like, "Oh, are you Catriona?" No, I'm not. A little bit more blonde, but I love her too. She's very gorgeous. I was following her journey, and I need to say she's a very inspiring woman.
Krystyna, I'm Adam from Hey Adam G. It's my pleasure to finally meet you in person. So I would like to ask, why Miss World? Out of all the many pageants that there's so many pageants right now. What is it about Miss World that attracted you to join this pageant?
I always knew that's a Miss World for me, and for a simple reason. As I said, before I became a beauty queen, I was doing some voluntary work in the Czech Republic, also in Tanzania, Africa. And I started in Czech Republic when I was helping the elderly people. And then I decided I wanted to experience something else, and I went to Africa, Tanzania. And actually what we did is that we even opened a school there for students, and I was able to provide their children with a quality education. So I was staying there with my friends, teaching children, especially from the disadvantaged families, because in Africa, Tanzania, the education is kind of expensive and not everyone can afford it. So we decided we want to give the education also to the less privileged ones. And after that, I just came back to Czech Republic, and I was walking in the shopping center, and there was a Miss Czech Republic casting, so I never even thought I would go there. And I was looking at it, I'm like, wow, that looks very exciting. And I just decided I want to join. Because they actually contacted me if I want to join, so I was thinking about it at home, and I came for the last casting. Actually, I was the last girl who signed for the competition, and I need to say it was the best decision. And that's why I also wanted to join Miss World, because as I've mentioned, I know that at Miss World they really care about beauty with a purpose, right? You need to have your purpose. And I found my purpose in life, and that's why I wanted to go to Miss World to talk about my purpose, about education and about the children. And I just know that it's a pageant who really help, and they really care about the society and about the world. So that's why it was my decision.
How did you discover your passion for helping young children to have access to quality education?
Yeah, so it happened actually spontaneously, because I went to Tanzania for a photo shoot, and then I met with amazing people who were just starting foundation in there. And they asked me if I maybe want to join them, so that's how it all started. And I stayed there for a very long time, and I decided to become a volunteer, a teacher in a school. So we were able through that to really get to know the children, and it touched my heart. That's why I'm always coming back every year. And yeah, that's the story why education. And also I think it's a very important topic. With education we can solve many things in the world, and I think without education it would be a very sad place. Me myself, I'm also studying a law university and business university both. And it's just very nice to broaden your knowledge, and I think it's a very powerful weapon in this world.
The media will also should know that at the age of 14 you've already been traveling because of modeling. So since you've been traveling all over the world, what has been the biggest realization that you had since you've been traveling at the age of 14? And where was the first country that you visited outside Czech Republic?
So my first country I visited outside the Czech Republic was Spain, and it was for 1 month. I went to Madrid and Barcelona, and I remember my mom was crying when I was leaving, and I was that young that I didn't even realize what's gonna happen next. But I went to Spain, and it was a very, very good experience. I learned how to be independent because I arrived and I didn't even know how to use a subway. I didn't know how to use we didn't have internet in our phones some time ago, so I didn't even have a Google map. So I bought myself a physical map on the street, and I tried to learn how to even use the public transportation. So it was a big wake-up call, and I learned how to take care of myself. So I know that everywhere in the world I am right now, I know how to take care of myself, which is important, and I'm happy it's helped me to become a very strong woman.
Okay, next question from the media. Yes.
Hi, my name is Francois from Pageant Bank, Philippines. Krystyna, as a professional model, what do you think is your advantage now joining the pageant?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What is your advantage as a professional model in a pageant?
My advantage can definitely be that I'm used to be on a runway. I'm used to work with people on a photo shoot, so I know how it goes, but I need to say that beauty pageants, that's about something else. It's not only about being a model. You can be very beautiful, you can be a successful model, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna be a good beauty queen. And opposite, if you're an amazing beauty queen, doesn't mean that you will be successful on fashion weeks in the world. And it definitely gave me some fundamentals, but I think the most important part is still what I've learned after that modeling career, and that's during my journey with Miss Czech Republic, and that's during my work abroad and my social projects.
Okay, next question.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Arvin, 13 years for that. This is your first time here in the Philippines?
Yes, it's my first time, but it was always my dream because my very good friend from Czech Republic, she's from Philippines. Her name is Maria Sunshine, and I grew up with her. And it was so funny because when I was young, she had a dream, and she told me, "You're not gonna be a model, you're gonna be a beauty queen." I seen her in my dream with a crown, and after a few years, I really became a beauty queen. And she was always telling me stories about how Philippines are a beautiful country, that it's looking here like Maldives. We have beautiful islands, beautiful beaches, so I'm super, super excited to be here. It was a little bit last-minute decision because I was supposed to go only to Thailand, but then I realized that it's only 3 hours from here, so I needed to come here and visit the beautiful Philippines.
And so far, how was your experience doing the charity work yesterday, I believe?
Yes.
You had a charity work.
Yes. Actually, we had a full week of schedule because I'm trying to make the most of it. And yesterday we visited elementary school where I was able to participate with the children. We had a beautiful seminar where we talk about confidence, self-development, education, and achieving their dreams. Because I think the children need to realize that they can become whoever they want if they're going to work hard and if they're not going to give up on their dreams. So I was able to connect with them, and also we had a little surprise for them. We gave them some school supplies they needed, and we worked with the school supplies. So it was a very enriching experience, and I need to say that they gave me a very warm welcome. So it was so much fun, and I wish I could have come again.
All right, next question. Yes.
Hello, Krystyna. I am
Hi.
Benjamin from Sash Factor International. I just want to ask you about your preparations in terms of gowns or the wardrobe that you're going to wear during the competition.
Thank you for your question. So when it comes to my gowns and when it comes to the styling, we have an amazing creative director who is helping me with them. His name is Sam from our organization. And he's actually the one who is choosing the designs together with me, but I need to say that so far I came to Thailand to actually try my final gown. So I had a fitting. I think it's not a secret that my final gown is going to be from GL, and it was made for me as I dreamed to have it. So I'm very happy to wear his dress, and it's still in the preparation. So you can definitely look forward what I'm gonna wear at the Miss World stage.
Yes, of course, in terms of preparation, I can say that you're ready. Let me ask you this question. Why should you be the next Miss World?
Because I found my purpose in life and I want to show it to the world, and Miss World is such a big stage and I want to talk about it, and I want to connect with the girls and with the world. I want to be the ambassador for the good things, because I think if you are the one who is really believing in what you're doing, other people can see it. And why I should be the one? Because I know that's who I am. I'm not pretending, I'm not playing any role, it's just who I was my whole life, and I would love to become just the best version of it and do it in the biggest scale possible, and just to show my purpose to the world.
Thank you, Krystyna. Next question.
Question.
Hi Krystyna, my name is Ferdy from Eventology. Are you gonna have Filipino designers also dressing you up on the Miss World stage?
Actually, I will have. His name is Bench, and actually I had a photo shoot with his dresses and I fell in love. He's so talented, so I'm gonna wear his dresses too, from the Filipino designer, and we choose some beautiful colors, so you will definitely see that too.
Any more Filipinos helping you with the preparation for Miss World?
Actually, I have an amazing team here. For example, JB standing closest.
Where's the Linel?
And also Linel. Linel is there. I need to really thank them, because they helped me to prepare this whole trip, and they're taking the best care of me, and I need to say that without them, I think I would not be able to sit here, talk to you. So thank you very much, and I'm sure that it will be amazing what we're gonna create.
Yes. And then there's, sorry, can we have the next question?
Hi, my name is Jennifer
Hi.
Fan. Speaking of preparations, you have been crowned 2 years ago, right? That's been
2020.
2020.
2022, yeah.
So would you say that you're very prepared, or how was your preparation?
I need to say that I feel prepared. I'm counting days until Miss World, and I need to say that because Miss World was postponed, it gave me more time to work on myself. And now I'm preparing for some time already, and I need to say that I think I'm at the best spot where I can be, because now I feel I really know what it takes to be a queen. Maybe a year ago I would not be prepared so well, and even though it's my first pageant I will be joining, I feel very confident that I did a lot to just show my best on the stage.
Can you share any updates about this world? Do you have
Miss World is supposed to be the next year, and we're going to fly there in February, and the final is going to be in the beginning of March in India.
in India?
All right. Next question.
Krystyna, okay.
Yes.
Madam Julia Morley is watching right now. So what do you want to tell her?
Dear Julia Morley, I'm so excited to meet you right now. I was not expecting that it's going to be through the camera, but I'm very excited to be here in the beautiful Philippines and to be able to talk to you. You're my biggest inspiration, and I can't wait to join the Miss World stage next year in March.
Okay. Next question. Who raised their hand? Yes.
Krystyna. Miss Krystyna, at a very young age, it looks like you have already achieved a lot. So this time you are actually on your journey to the Miss World crown. What else? What else are you looking forward to? or what's next in Krystyna Pyszkova?
So what's now? I'm starting my own foundation in the Czech Republic, which is something I wanted to do in a long time. And besides of that, I of course want to finish my degrees. I'm studying law in a Charles University, so my mom is a lawyer and I want to become like her. And also I'm studying the business administration, so I think that education is important, so I want to go in this way. And I just want to become a strong woman who is able to be there for others and for everyone else, and just have a life where I can achieve something and be proud of myself.
Okay, so just to clarify now, she's studying 2 courses. MBA, right? It's an MBA, and she's also studying law. Can you imagine that? And I would like to ask Krystyna, I don't know if people asked this already, what are you looking forward to see in the Philippines? Any place that you'll visit later or tomorrow?
Actually, tomorrow is going to be my free day, that's true. And JV recommended me beautiful places, and as I mentioned that since I was a little girl, I was always listening from my friend Maria how beautiful is the nature in Philippines. My plan is to go explore that, and I would love to go to Bohol Islands and to just relax and enjoy one day of sun before I will come back to Poland to work. So definitely it's the nature, and maybe I would also like to explore a little bit of the history of the Manila and Philippines, and I would love to visit the historical center. And I think that's all I can do with my time because I have just one day, but I'm very much looking forward to that.
She's from Czech
Are you
Republic
meeting
also. Maria.
Maria Sunshine grew up with her,
Yeah.
so she already had an idea about
In
the
Czech
Philippines.
Republic.
In Czech Republic.
Yeah. She moved to Czech Republic. She's working there, and so we met when I was, I think, 10 or 11. And until this day, we're still very, very good friends.
Any chance of meeting Miss World Philippines, Gwen?
Oh, definitely. Actually, we have scheduled a meeting for today,
Oh.
so I'm very excited to meet Gwen today.
Where are you gonna meet?
Here in this hotel. We're going to have a dinner, and
Wow.
yeah, I'm always very excited with my travels that I'm able to meet other girls from other countries. I met Catriona in Thailand, and she's very sweet, very kind, very smart and funny girl. We had blast together. Also, I met Audrey from Indonesia. She's such a sweetheart and angel, so I'm very excited to meet also Gwen. And yeah, just to talk and just have a little bit of talk before we're gonna meet again at the in India at the Miss World.
Do you have any brother?
Unfortunately, I don't have brother, but I have older sister. Her name is Harina and blood.
And then there's the next question from Adam.
Yeah, the reigning winner is
Carolina, yeah.
Carolina. So, how do you plan to stand out in the pageant, considering that Miss World usually attracts a huge number of delegates year in and out?
I'm just going to plan to stand out, showing my true self. I don't want to, as I said, I don't want to pretend I'm someone else than I really am. So I'm planning to show who I am, what are my biggest forces, and I know I'm a very hardworking person, and because I love my work and I have the passion, I have my purpose and the message. That's why I would just go there. I want to enjoy it very much with all the girls. I don't want to really compete. I just want to show myself and really be sure I'm going to be the best version, because I know the biggest competition is not the other girls, but it's myself.
Okay.
So,
So, sorry, before the next question, I just want to share with everyone, this is a story that I think you will find interesting. So yesterday, when we went to the elementary school, we basically just went there using Grab. And when we arrived, it was raining. And she practically got a little bit wet by the rain. and she experienced what we all experience as a commuter. So I think something that should stand out is the idea that even though she looks like Barbie, she can actually exist in without all of those luxuries. She's good with that. And I've seen that myself. So Adam, a follow-up question?
So from your point of view, since she mentioned that you look like a Barbie, and Carolina is a Barbie too, is it possible for Europe to pull off a back-to-back win this coming Miss World?
That's a very good question, and I'll tell you that Miss World is not only about the appearance, but the main thing in Miss World is the purpose. So if my purpose will be something people appreciate, I'm sure that's why I would not bring the crown back to Europe. Even though I'm a Barbie too.
How old are you, baby? How old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
24.
What's your height? What's your height?
Height.
I'm 181, so I'm very tall girl.
And with that, can you stand up, please? Just to compare with the 5'8", 5'11", with heels, 5'8".
I'm very tall girl.
Now, maybe you can pose for some pictures before we continue with the questions.
Okay.
Kaya ba ng camera nyo? But we will have more photos outside later. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so...
Gorgeous.
Video lang muna.
Can I ask?
Yes, okay.
Ang later no. Ay, sis! Ay, ka pala. Alam pa.
Alright, in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Krystyna, you can sit down and continue the Q&A. We'll have better photos outside. So, Jel has a question.
Hi, I'm Jill Lopez. I'm from Pageant Nobles.
Wow, Noble Queen.
Noble Queen. So yeah, you mentioned branch of law. Are you studying right now?
I don't have a specific branch yet because in Czech Republic you choose the branch after your studies.
Yes.
So you study 5 years, and after that you can even study more, but then you're choosing your subject.
Okay.
And then, what specific branch of law will you pursue after you graduate?
Because I'm studying business at the same time, I think it may be a business law.
Corporate law. So, after you finish corporate law, do you have any plans of applying that to any of your advocacy?
Definitely, I think this can really help what you're doing in your advocacy, and because my advocacy is education, I think you will never be lost with just the fundamentals and the knowledge the law school gives you. Because what's good about the law school is that you can apply it in so many areas, so I'm sure I'm going to be able to apply it also with my advocacy. And it's already happening because setting up a foundation, that's something what's connected to law, so I'm very happy to be able to understand that.
Thank you, and again, welcome to the Philippines.
Salamat.
Okay, alright.
Catriona, look here.
Okay, Krystyna. Okay, Krystyna. Alright. After that photo, my question for you is, what is that one thing that surprised you about the Philippines? Because you've been telling that to me. Maybe you can share it with them. One thing that surprised you about the Philippines.
About the people also.
What surprised me, as I mentioned, is people are very welcoming, and of course I was expecting that you would be welcoming, but this already exceeded my expectations because I just feel here like home, and I feel like everyone is my friend. Everyone is super nice, and I'm enjoying it so much. But the second thing which surprised me is also the traffic, because we have a very busy program. I'm training my pasarela, I'm training how to pose. I have photo shoots. Media conference, and together with that I need to move from a place to place. Also, as I mentioned, we visited the school, and with the traffic it's very hard to do as many things as I imagine in my head, because of course I'm from Prague, which is a small city with about 1 million people compared to Manila, and the traffic is not that a big problem in there, and here it's possible to be 2 hours in a car if you're going from one place to another. So that's also what surprised me, but I need to say that I very admire the people here, that even though the traffic sometimes can be very challenging, you're always on time, even 1 hour earlier, that's very admiring, and I need to say that everyone here is very hardworking. So I just need to say I admire it a lot.
Traffic is a lifestyle in the
Next question.
It's holiday today, that's why we're traffic.
True, it's a holiday.
It's holiday
yes.
today. Mama Mary's holiday.
That's true.
Yeah.
Any of the...
I have a magic question.
Sure. Let's go with magic questions.
So, who is the most inspiring woman in the world for you?
So the most inspiring woman in the world for me, I need to say, I really admire the suffragists because they were very strong when they were fighting for their laws and the women. Of course, I need to say this cliche because my grandma, my mom, they're my biggest inspirations for sure too. Because I am from a diverse family and my mom helped me a lot to become an independent woman who knows how to take care of herself, and she made sure that I don't miss anything. My dad is amazing too, but my mom was the one who grew up with me. And yeah, that would be my answer.
I'll ask another pageant question. When you hear the phrase beauty with a purpose, what comes to your mind?
When I hear the phrase beauty with a purpose, the first thing I actually have in my mind is a Julia Morley, because she's just doing so much for this world, and lately she even received this amazing prize because she's doing so much work, and I think we can all look up to her, and she's the real example of the beauty with a purpose in the world.
Let's make it harder since we've prepared for a lot of things. So maybe I will ask you this question. If you can describe the color blue, because that's the color of Miss World, right? If you can describe the color blue to a blind child, how would you describe it?
For me, what means color blue is a calmness, and it's, I would say, the calmness, which is very powerful though, because it's the color of the seas and of the sky. And every time when I look at the blue color, I just feel very peaceful. I know that everything is alright in the world, and that's, I think, why it's also the color of Miss World, because Miss World is about being as one, as a society, being just all together. So I would say it's that.
All right, there's a question there, and then next year, yes.
Another pageant question. Since you've mentioned earlier that you started doing modeling since you were 14, right? Now you're 24. If you're going to write a book about your experiences, what would be its name?
I love this question.
You have only 30 seconds to answer.
Girl, you've practiced this already. Go in, don't feel pressure, go ahead.
Because I
Krystyna.
because this is my journey is from many different journeys which lead all together. So I guess I would say
Simply Linnell.
But you know, okay, it's okay that she's reflecting, you know what? 3 hours a day, sometimes an hour. That's how packed her schedule is.
But you're still glowing, and what's your skincare?
skincare. Actually,
Love.
I think the best skincare is to do what you love and to smile and laugh, because when you have a smile on your face, the best makeup and the best what you can do for your skin.
Speaking of love, do you have boyfriend?
Is there a Filipina?
No, I don't have a boyfriend at the minute.
Oh, settle the record straight.
Krystyna, is there a Filipina beauty queen that you follow or you look up to?
So I think all of the Filipinos queens are very beautiful, and you're just a country with all the queens you have are so successful and inspiring and very hardworking women. So I can't just say one, because of course in my head I have at least 10. So you are a country I would say this country is a queen-maker, you know.
There's a question here.
Should beauty queens stray away from politics or should they be political?
That's a very good question. I think a beauty queen should definitely not forget about the politics too. I think the beauty queen needs to know what's happening everywhere in the world, and I think the beauty queen should be the one who can take the lead for some good changes in the world.
Do you have your VWAP already? VWAP video, Beauty with a Purpose video.
So my Beauty with Purpose video was made. It's actually being made every year because I have so many footage from my visits, even 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. So the exit video is not finalized, but I have the footage and the idea, and it's just because I'm still trying to work more and more. I'm adding up the materials, and let's see in January how the video will be looking like. But yes, I have the footage throughout the years.
All right, there's a question for
Miss World has many fast track events. Among all the fast track events, which fast track do you think we should look forward from you the most?
I'm definitely excited for the head challenge, but I'm also very excited for the top model challenge because, as you know, I'm a model for many years, and I think that's a very, very interesting challenge. I'm looking forward to, and you should definitely look forward for it too. I love sports too, but I think that's not that exciting for me as, for example, the head-to-head or the top model.
You've been
talent.
You've talent.
your talent. What's your talent, girl?
Yeah, I forgot about it. Yes, actually I play violin and I play transverse. So I started playing violin when I was little, like 7. And I was playing for several years, so I'm really happy to practice now. I didn't bring my violin here because it would be a little bit difficult as I traveled too much the last days. But I'm practicing now a lot, and I'm gonna be playing a song maybe on both instruments. So talent drum should be very nice too.
Maybe we can have 3 more questions, because guys, just to give you an idea, we only have around 10 minutes left for the
If given a chance,
Yes.
would you want to be your roommate?
Okay, if I have a chance to be in her room, because now I got really excited that Madam Julia Morley joined our our media press conference through the phone. I would love to be able to meet her here in person and maybe talk to her, because as I said, she's also one of my inspirations.
So you want Julia Moore to be your roommate?
girl. And one more maybe, Adam?
I just want to ask your thoughts now about, you've been preparing for so long because the pageant keeps getting postponed and postponed. So I would like to ask, in your experience, is there such a thing as overtraining? And at which point are you in your current training for the pageant? Like, how are you preparing? At this point, would you say that you have completed everything that you have done in terms of training, or is there such a thing as overtraining, where you have been practicing for something that keeps getting postponed and postponed?
I think the worst thing I could have done now is to just stop with my trainings feeling I'm ready to go. No. Even though I feel prepared, I know that you need to be consistent with what you're doing. You need to really be training like constantly and just not forget about it. Because even though you may feel prepared, the times changes and you need to be just consistent and work hard every day and just not forget what you want to reach out.
Okay,
So-
and maybe the final question.
Final.
Do you think winning Miss World is a matter of hard work or destiny?
I think you always need to be everything. You need to be a hard worker, it's also a little bit of maybe luck. You need to be also, you just need to be flexible to adapt to the situations. And it's not only about one thing, it's about more things, but the most important thing in this world is also who you are as a person. So, let the best that win.
Alright.
I believe you will win because she wants Madam Julda to be
Your roommate. And, you know, before we continue, kasi I think that the next, before the final words, what will happen next would be, after this, you will go outside, you can take your photos, you can continue eating.
Just your message to your fans.
Yes, final words, message to your fans, to the Philippines, to everyone.
Actually, we've learned one very beautiful sentence. You need to help me with this.
Please look all
Mahal ko kayo.
Mahal ko kayo. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this press conference, this little talk with the media, with the fans. I'm so happy to be on my Miss World journey, and if there is one thing I can ask you now is to do not forget to just to support your favorite contestant. And if you want to support me, you can definitely do it not only on my social media but also on the Mobstar platform. Us as Czech Republic, we're a smaller country, so I'll be definitely happy if even people from abroad can support me there and give me your likes and votes. And I'm just very grateful to be here, and that's the thing I realized after I've joined the beauty pageants, that it's just warming your heart that you have someone who is cheering for you, that you have your fans and people who are willing to help you. Because in modeling, it was a lot about appearance, and I didn't feel anything like I feel right now. So thank you so much. Salamat.
Alright. Thank you. And Krystyna, maybe you can invite them to follow you in your Instagram.
Yeah, definitely. My Instagram is Krystyna Pyszkova. My name is a little bit difficult, but it's spelled Krystyna. Pyszko. Krystyna Pyszkova. I'll be so happy if you send me a message and if you just give me a follow and we can connect and you can follow my journey.
We will tell you photo.